everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. Today is going to be my August budget for the year. I am a monthly zero-based budgeter. So I like to start by sharing with you the calendar, kind of explain if there's anything different or exciting going on, and then we'll go through my actual budget worksheet and write down all of my numbers. So starting with the calendar, I've got that already prepped here. Nice and highlighted and pretty. So this month is kind of an exciting month for me. August is birthday heavy. So my boyfriend and my friend actually have the same birthday. So I will be celebrating both of them. And then also my best friend from, we've known each other since high school and beyond. Her birthday is at the beginning of September, so I probably will be purchasing a birthday gift for her throughout the month as well. So at the beginning of the year, I set different, budgets for gifts that I'll be purchasing people throughout the year. So my boyfriend, I've budgeted $200 for his birthday. My friend that shares his birthday is $10. She's not a big gift person, so that's fine. And then for my best friend in September, $75. So those are kind of the budgets that I'm working with. And it's nice to have that money set aside and to know kind of what threshold I'm really looking at too. So that is kind of the exciting thing happening. I also, throughout this week, I'm going to be in Portland. My company is actually based in Portland, and I have not flown out to meet everybody yet. So I am going out, really looking forward to it. There's going to be a few different kind of activities for the company. So that should be nice, and that will impact my spending because I won't be home. So I can expense, my meals, but also with airline travel and everything, sometimes little things come up. So we'll see what that brings. But it is nice because previously, years ago, I used to travel almost every week for work before COVID. So it'd be nice to kind of get that experience back just slightly. Outside of those special things, my bills are pretty much the same. Throughout the month, I've got them all labeled in kind of this purpley pink color. On the 18th, since I'm going to be out of town for my boyfriend's birthday, I have booked us a couples massage. So we'll talk about that a little bit more when I'm running through the budget, but that is going to be kind of something that I pay for out of his half, out of, the gifts budget. And then I might get him something small as well, because I don't think his full half will be $200. So that's something I want to note. And that's kind of it, I guess. So let's go ahead and dive into the actual numbers. Okay, so this is the worksheet I like to use, just on a lined piece of paper here. I do kind of mess with numbers on a spreadsheet first, and then when I have it a little bit more finalized is when I actually write it down. So for total income that I'm working with, I only ever budget my salary. I don't like to budget anything extra. So $44,09.62. And then when I do have extra money come through, I kind of have a plan in place of where I'll put it. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later. So this first section is the expense section. This doesn't change too much here. The mortgage is the same, $1,011.86. Let's see, my HOA, $263.15. Insurance, this is my car insurance, homeowner's insurance, and I have an umbrella policy. So those three together is $175.93. Utilities, okay, so $53.68. This is what came out in July, so I'm refilling my $300 fund with what came out so that I'm hitting August with a full $300 amount set aside. I found that to be just a lot easier for me to budget with, kind of pre-funding it and then refilling it every month. Okay, phone did go up a little bit, just a few cents. So now I'm at $86.01. Subscriptions, $43.59. We have Netflix, Spotify, and Amazon Prime, all included in the subscriptions there. So that is nice. That's for our entertainment. We don't have cable, really, or anything fancy. So that's what we use to watch, movies and shows and everything. Groceries. This summer I upped it from $500 to $550. That worked well for us in August, or excuse me, in July. So I'm going to keep doing that in August. And then gas, I'm going to budget $60. I work from home and I live in a small town, so I really don't do a ton of driving. So 60 has been working for me. There are months where I don't use all of it, so I'm just going to kind of stick with that until I truly need more. And then spending, I give myself $500 for spending money. This is usually used for like eating out, but you know, sometimes if I buy like a t-shirt, it comes out of here as well. So my expense section is the bulk of my budget, and this totals $27.44.22, and that gives me a remaining of $16.65.40. There we go. So because I'm a zero-based budgeter, I like to kind of check in on what I have remaining. It helps me fill in the next sections. Okay, so next is funds. These are like my sinking funds. I am a digital spender. I really don't prefer to use cash. So some of these I use more often than others, but these are the different kind of categories. I set aside money every month and I can either use it or it rolls over to the next month. So annual is getting its usual $120. This helps me pay for bills that come up once a year. I just bought my car registration tabs and used this. I don't think I have anything until maybe November, December time. So this will build back up on itself, which is good because March and April are the most expensive times for me. So I'm okay letting this build back up. Miko is my cat. He gets $40 a month. Recently, I switched over to Chewy to order his food, and that comes every 3 months or so. So that's perfect to let this kind of build back up. Incidental is getting $50. This is my cushion fund. So just if any bills are over what I expected or need to kind of spare something here or there, I can use this incidental, or even if there's something like weird that doesn't really fit in my budget, I can use that. Okay, vacation. I had been doing a set amount and I'm going to increase it to $350. We have 2 trips kind of in the works. It kind of depends on my boyfriend's work schedule with all of his traveling and stuff that he does. So I'd rather be prepared and have more money set aside in case one of the trips gets like canceled or rescheduled or something. So I'm gonna up this for $350. We're planning to take 2 trips in November, but again, we'll just have to see. And if one of those get canceled, then I can maybe skip vacation for a month and move the money elsewhere. I'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, beauty gets $50. That's for all my personal, you know, beauty and toiletry type products. Car gets $50. This is more for like car maintenance, oil change. I probably will need some new tires either at the end of this year or next year, so I will be able to use that car fund. Okay, gifts gets $80. I've been doing $80 a month all year, and that has worked well. I already have all the money set aside for those birthdays, like I mentioned, so I will be pulling more out of gifts than I'm putting in, but I'm still doing this $80 a month, and that works well. Opportunity is getting $20. This is kind of like a giving fund. It's an opportunity to say yes or like just help out somebody in need. So that has been a really nice and welcomed item to add into my budget. I've really enjoyed it. So I do $20 a month. It's not much, but it definitely has been a positive experience for me. Home is getting $50. That is kind of the normal amount. Honestly, next year I might have to reevaluate that. It seems like home is going over pretty consistently, but we'll just kind of see how the second half of the year goes before I make any final decisions. Emergency. So I am going to put $100. I have just finished my emergency fund, but I wanted to top it up a little bit. A couple of my bills have shifted and been a little bit higher, so I just want to add another 100 on top so that any changes in those bills, like a few dollars here and there, is accounted for. So with all of that being said, my fund section equals $910, which gives me, that's a terrible arrow, gives me a remaining of $755.40. Okay, moving down here to investing. So Betterment is a taxable brokerage account. I put $25 in a month. And then my Roth IRA is where I'm going to start shoveling extra money. Previously, I've been putting extra money in the emergency fund. And now that that is done, I am working on filling up my Roth IRA for the 2022 tax year. So this month I am budgeting to put $570.40 into my Roth IRA. What I'm going to do is put $470.40 into the Roth IRA at the beginning of the month and hold that $100. And at the end of the month, deposit it just in case anything comes up and I need to buffer it. Because I really don't want to pull out of there, and I really don't want to pull out of like my emergency fund and always play catch up. So I think that's what I'm going to do for the first couple months and make sure everything's going according to plan. So this total is $595.40, which gives me a remaining of $160. So I am cash flowing something this month. I don't cash flow every month, but on occasion. So I'm going to put this $160 towards the massage. Like I said, I booked a couples massage for my boyfriend and I for his birthday. He really doesn't want a thing or like a present that is physically wrapped. So I thought a couples massage would be nice for both of us. So I am going to be paying for his massage out of the gifts budget. Like I said, I have $200 set aside for his birthday. So his massage will come out of there. I'm going to cash flow mine, and then I should have about $40 or so left over if I want to like maybe take him out or get him something small. That is kind of how I'm managing this one, because I don't want his birthday money to pay for my massage. I'll just cash flow myself. So anyway, that is that. And it's also great timing because I just completed my emergency fund. So it's like very exciting and worth celebrating. So this is that final 160, which brings me down to 0 remaining. So like I said before, I do like to write down my priorities for the month so that if I have extra income come through, I know what I want to do with it. So the first one was to top off the emergency fund. I should be able to do that, no problem. And the next priority is to send any extra money to the Roth IRA. I, again, am working on maxing out that $6,000 threshold for 2022. I'm only like a few $100s in, so I've got some work to do, but that is going to be my priority. So I hope you guys enjoyed my budget for August. Let me know what you have coming up. You know, I don't have kids, so I don't have back to school or anything, but I know a lot of people do have that. So let me know how that's impacting your budget or any other kind of August summer celebrations. I'd love to hear from you down below. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.